Hi everybody, Dugraz here with Dugraz Reports. In one of my more recent videos, you may remember I had a dilemma. I was trying to decide whether or not to get the Capital One Venture X card. Well, guess what? I got it. Here it is in all its glory, the Venture X from Capital One, their latest offering, and their offering entering into the world of the highly luxurious credit cards. In this video, I'll give you my overall initial impressions. Won't be very long. This is not a detailed overview, and hopefully you enjoy it. If you do like this sort of video, please subscribe to the channel and click the thumbs up button. Let's dive in. At the time I signed up, the sign-up bonus was 100,000 points after spending $10,000 within 6 months, and that's still the goal that I'm striving towards. However, if you look on the Capital One site now, that has ended. The current sign-up bonus is 75,000 miles when you spend $4,000 within 3 months. That's possibly a little more attainable for most people. You decide. Of course, it's the only option right now. I doubt that will be changing anytime soon. By the way, if you are interested in this card, I will put a link in the description box. That's my personal refer a friend link, and that'll help out this channel as I strive to get up to 1,000 subscribers. Maybe I can buy a microphone or a better camera or something as I bring you this commentary. I'd really appreciate it if you check that out. It'll also be in a pinned comment. Let's review very briefly some of the features. The card gives you 10,000 miles as an anniversary bonus every year on your anniversary. That's worth $100 in travel, and $300 in a travel credit for bookings through the Capital One portal specifically. So that would be worth $300. Now the annual fee is $395, but these two items they give you annually are worth $400 in travel. So the card really pays for itself as long as you will use those things. Now there is a small disclaimer for maybe you don't want to do your travel through the portal, and I get that, and I'm not going to go into that in this video, but for most people, I think you can earn that value back pretty easily. You earn double miles on every purchase, just like Jennifer tells us, even though she never defines what those miles can be used for. So I'll do her job for her and define what that is. Basically, a mile is worth a penny in travel unless you're using transfer partners. So it's the equivalent of 2% cash back applied towards travel. The exceptions are you earn 10x on hotels and rental cars booked through Capital One's own portal, and 5x on flights booked through Capital One's travel portal. I'll take a moment to just show you a few screenshots I captured from my cell phone, things that I think are noteworthy. First of all, here's a shot you can see on April 4th. I bought an Airbnb for a little over $300. And if you got in on the original promotion back when it was the $10,000 spend requirement, there was a $200 vacation rental credit. I just wanted to show you that a couple days later that did in fact post here to my account. So another free $200 for those of us who signed up before the bonus changed to 75,000 points. Something else that is noteworthy is that the app does have a tracker on your progress towards reaching your sign-up bonus, which I really appreciate. In my case, to get to the 100,000 miles, I need to spend another $6,700 and change. So it's just really helpful to be able to see your progress as you go. In terms of using points, a few things to look at here. You can use your Capital One points to cover travel purchases. Sometimes they call this the travel eraser feature. And for example, that Airbnb, a little over $300, I just typed in I want to apply 1,000 miles towards that, and it'll tell me that I'm using 1,000 miles to cover $10 worth of that particular travel purchase. So the travel eraser for travel purchases, you don't have to go through a portal or anything. That comes out to a penny per point, which is a reasonable average-ish value. It does give you the option to redeem for cash, and you'll see here it says 1,000 points equals $5. This is a terrible value. Don't get the card if you're going to do that. That only comes out to half a cent per point. You can also book travel through their portal where, again, a penny a point in value and that's okay. If you're paying cash, you get those higher rates we saw earlier in the video. Here's an example of a motel room in my hometown of Ottumwa, Iowa. I found for $187.93 on the Capital One portal. The exact same room was $186 on hotels.com. So maybe a teeny tiny concern that it was like $2 more on Capital One, but that's not a big enough markup that I would personally worry about it. So roughly a penny per point if you use the travel portal. You also have the option of buying gift cards, but you'll see here 100 miles gets you 80 cents in value. So this is only 0.8 of a cent per point. This is a pretty bad use of your points. Whoops, ignore that picture. Something else worth mentioning is that if you have any of the cash back cards from Capital One, the Saver cards, a Quicksilver, etc., one of the business cash back cards, you can actually convert that cash to points at a penny a point. If you look at the screen here, I have an old Quicksilver card. I've got $2.41 in rewards that I would probably never use otherwise. So I'm going to scroll down to the very bottom of the rewards tab, click on Move Rewards. It asked me which account I wanted to move it to, and I chose my Venture X card. If I move all $2.41, that equates to 241 miles. I'm good with that, so I'm going to click Share, and it'll go over to my Venture X card, and there it says it was successful. And we're going to look at travel partners now. The best value you can get is probably converting these to a travel partner. So again, go to your rewards screen, click on Convert Rewards. It will show you the loyalty programs that exist. I'm not going to read them all, but I'll highlight the ones that are somewhat interesting to me. Air Canada's Aeroplan. Aeroplan doesn't have the best value in flying to Europe, but they have pretty good value on business class availability, especially for a family of 4 like myself, and reasonable redemption values. So if you combine reasonable redemption with fairly good availability, because lots of other brands don't have good availability, that can be a good choice. I also see British Airways here. I would use British for flying on American domestically within the US. That way there's no big surcharges. And since it's distance-based awards, if you're flying at a high demand time, you can also often get a better value than the cash price, sometimes even a better value than like the 1.5x on the Chase Sapphire Reserve through the portal. And then Wyndham Rewards interests me a lot because Wyndham has the Vacasa cabin rentals here in the US and cottages.com in the UK, Great Britain, and a couple other European countries. I recently booked a summer vacation for my family in a Vacasa cabin that was 13,500 points per night for an entire week, less than 100,000 points for an entire week in a pretty large, nice cabin. That's really good. If you want more details on that, put a comment down below, and maybe I'll do a video on that in the future, probably after we travel. So that's kind of exciting to me. Those are my preliminary thoughts on Capital One. If you get the 75,000 point sign-up bonus, it's worth at least $750 on travel. It could easily be worth more if you use some of these transfer partners. So again, I'd love to hear what you think. I would really appreciate it if you use my link in the description box or a pinned comment for the Refer a Friend link. And as always, may your spending be frugal and may your points be plenteous. Bye. Probably the best value you can get is Don't know what happened there.